I mean, I was here for the 9-0 till the end. Was here tonight till the end. But I've got to be honest, I genuinely feel like now is worse. Somehow worse than when Nathan Jones was in charge.
Yeah, it felt horrible, didn't it? It felt absolutely horrific, that.
It's awful, mate. I mean, I love Russell Martin for last season. I absolutely love him.
Give us one of the best days of our lives, didn't he?
The best day of my life, without a doubt. And I still will love him. But unfortunately, I wanted it to work for him. But unfortunately,
yeah, me too.
I mean, this can't carry on, mate. It's
got to go, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got to go now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
we fall 1-0 down inside around about 45 seconds, maybe less.
It's shocking, mate. It's. I mean, I coach kids football, and I've seen better defending from them. You know, the time, you can't give Premier League players that much time. It's little.
The players down tools tonight, first half.
Say again, sorry.
Do you feel the players down tools first half?
Yeah,
I
do. I mean, I think it was harsh on Nathan Wood to be dropped out. I think he's been playing really well.
Yeah, he scrapped the back five because we playing with a back five. He went to a back four and he brought in Camelde and Tillemana, and it didn't last, 10 minutes?
Yeah, exactly that. And I mean, they're playing Solanke up front. He's a big physical striker. It makes sense to play Nathan Wood. He's that type of defender. And when he come on, he done pretty well, to be fair. And it's like, but even then, it's like we're 3-0. Was it 3-0 down at the time? He takes a winger off and brings a defender on, and then goes 5 at the back. And it's like we're 3-0 down at home.
Where to next? What happens next?
You know, they sacked Ralph. They didn't have a proper replacement. They were appointing Nathan Jones with no Premier League experience. You know, the start of that season.
Jog on.
The start of that season, they signed a load of youngsters from Man City with no Premier League experience.
You got his spawn, Bazunu, goalkeeper, 19, played in League One.
Yeah, it's awful, mate.
Yeah, it was horrific, wasn't it? That season we got relegated. This could be really bad though. This relegation.
I mean, yeah, this could be the worst. I mean, we're on course to beat. Was it Derby? Was it 11 points?
11 points, yeah.
I mean, at the moment, it's horrible to think that can we even get 6? I don't even know where 6 points will come from, to be honest.
Saints beaten 5-0, humiliated.
Absolutely terrible. Russell's definitely got to go now. He's had too many chances. I like him as obviously a supporter, but terrible performance. To let them score in the first minute the way they did is
first minute. It was 45 seconds, wasn't it?
Not even a minute. Absolutely terrible. Shocking.
You've humiliated, you would have to say here today.
Yeah, I think we're at half time and it's 5-0. You suddenly think, what's this going to be in the next 45? I mean, I think we were lucky to not concede any more in the second half.
I feared it could be 9 at one stage.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, me too.
Or more.
I thought we were going to break our own record there, but yeah, it's embarrassing a little
Charlie,
bit.
where to next for Southampton Football Club?
Well, you know, Martin, I was really surprised when Russell Martin didn't get sacked after the Bournemouth away game. That was when I thought it couldn't get any worse than that. I don't really feel he can survive this. I'd be really, really surprised. I'm a positive, optimistic sort of guy, as you know, and I just think there's no way he can get past this. I mean, we were a lot better in the second half. I think there was everyone was just off their game, weren't they, in the first half? It was just a terrible, terrible performance. And the first goal aside, the thing that, you know, it was just awful. I'm fairly speechless, to be honest. I don't really know how to say. I mean, the one thing that I did notice in the first half was that none of those goals was a result of messing around at the back. You know, so
lack of endeavour, lack of desire.
Exactly. It was none of that normal Russell Martin stuff. It was just really appalling tactics, whatever. You know, it was just awful.
He changed the formation. He went with a back four instead of a back five, which is somewhat showing for front of us. We went with a back four instead of a back five today.
Yeah. I know. It changes every week, doesn't it? It doesn't feel like there's any consistency with it. And today's also the first day where it really felt like the atmosphere around the stadium, people were starting to turn on him now. And you know, there's not been loads of booing so far. There's not been any Russell Martin get out of our club, but there was all that today. There was banners.
There's all of that.
And it feels like now is the time. If you've got to do it,
time is up. Yeah, time is up. For me, time is up. He has to go. Who comes in now?
Oh, I mean, that's the $1 million question, isn't it? Because I think if you'd have sacked him at the end after the Bournemouth game, there was so many options then.
Wolves have sacked their manager today.
They've sacked the manager today. There's lots of managers will want a Premier League job, won't they? But I'm not saying there'll be no one, because I think there will be people who want to come and have this job. But it's got to be, you know, with next season in mind more than anything else, isn't it? So I don't know.
Russell Martin took a lot of flack, but the players today I thought were really, really poor. I thought they down tools on him first half. I'm not going to start naming out players, but I thought they down tools on him.
Yeah, they were just. It didn't feel like there was any fight first half.
Yeah.
The fight was gone, and that's so gutting because you want it so badly, and that didn't feel like it was reflected as much on the pitch today.
I mean, I'll call out a name. I thought Kyle Walker-Peters was pretty appalling today.
Yeah, down tools.
He really, really did. I don't like to do that. He's played really well for us over the last few years, but he's a senior player. He shouldn't really be taking that.
Players running off players and all sorts, wasn't there?
Yeah, exactly. It was really bad. I thought, I felt sorry for Ryan Manning getting substituted because I thought he kept going. He was pretty good in the first half, and he's not had a bad season either, Martin, has he? So, he's been in a pretty appalling season. He's actually surprised me. So. And Tyler Diblin, of course, as we always seem to say, he looked strong on the ball today. But you can't win. You can't do well with just two players.
Yeah, everyone's going to want Tyler Diblin, aren't they?
Yeah.
Come this January.
Yeah, I think we got to keep him as long as we can, haven't we? But yeah, I think there'll be a few teams after him, won't there?
Yeah, guys, she sums it up perfectly. Thank you.
Thank you.
It wasn't really a shocker, was it? Because we all knew what's going to happen, and I'm just happy that the fans realise now that Russell Martin's not the manager we need. And
Here you go now, isn't he?
yeah, after what the fans been trying all the flipping game, he needs to go.
Can you just give a shout out to the fans that stayed and endured that second half? Because a lot left, but a lot stayed and they sung and sung and sung, didn't they?
Yeah, because our fans just wanted the joy. Like, it's not about the football; it's all about being with your friends. And
They're great people, our fans. They've endured a lot tonight.
Yeah, especially like some of us that travel up and down the country every week, watching us get hammered, but we still go on and chant every week. So,
Where to next? Who comes in? If they decide to sack him, I can't see how he survives.
anyone, I will take anyone apart from Russell Martin at the moment.
Man, what's your name?
Sonny.
Sonny, thank you for joining me. Big fan of the channel. Thoughts on tonight's defeat?
Well, it was a tough game. I don't know how Alex McCarthy was performing. I think Alex McCarthy and Russell Martin need to go because we've not been performing really good.
We are struggling, aren't we? We are struggling. If you could bring any manager in, who would your choice be? A lot of people saying David Moyes at the moment.
Oh, well, I've got a tough one. Ralph Ragnick.
Ralph Ragnick, that's a good shout. Yeah, that's an interesting shout by you, young man. Something very, very different. How long have you been supporting Southampton for?
I've been supporting Southampton for 4 years.
4 years. Biggest defeat you've seen as a Saints fan now, I would imagine?
Oof. The biggest defeat I've ever seen.
Got to be today. Got to be.
No.
No, so you've seen worse.
5-0 at Leicester.
5-0 at Leicester. Oh, we went to 5-0 at Leicester. Mate, Sonny, thank you for joining me on the Football Martin channel today. I really appreciate your support, watching my channel and coming on. Thank you. Information. Russell Martin has been sacked as a Southampton manager.
I think that's the right news that we wanted to hear. I'm glad that they didn't wait until the morning. They gave the fans what they wanted straight after the game. They've sacked him. I think it's a lot better.
First time he's been sacked in his managerial career, and there's no surprises there.
No, not really. I mean, I will say it's a surprise it's the first time he's been sacked. I mean, we did really well last season. We managed to get ourselves up, but we still conceded 63 goals last season.
Too many, wasn't it?
Way too many. So we know defensively we've had a massive issue, and we've come in the Prem and we've been absolutely battered.
Yeah, there's big cheers in the queue that we're waiting for a ferry, and the cheers that they're just finding out the manager's been sacked. This is breaking news.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've just got to get behind our club now and do everything we can to try and stay up because, we were in the Premier League for 10 years before. I feel like we're a Premier League standard club, and we just need to try and get back to that standard as much as possible.
What do you think they do now, the football club? They've obviously, who's taking charge? They said who's taking charge.
Under 21.
The under 21 manager's taking charge. I've not read the whole statement as of yet. Simon Rusk, is it taking over?
Rusk, yeah.
Simon Rusk taking over. Whilst they find a replacement, they must have somebody lined up, surely.
I would hope so, but as we've seen in the past, they've not been very good with managerial appointments. We had Nathan Jones, and then we panicked and kept Ruben Sellers for a while. So I really hope that they have a plan in place and that they've got someone. I mean, there aren't a lot of top quality managers out there at the moment that we could go after, or I think we could attract.
Who's your number one choice?
I mean, number one choice would be Graham Potter, but we're never going to get him.
Yeah.
We're 9 points adrift. I mean, that is quite a lot when you're in a battle. I wouldn't mind David Moyes.
Yeah.
I think defensively we need to sharpen up, and I think
it's a mess at the
he's a proven Premier League manager. I mean, there's nothing you can deny about that. So I think he would be my option at the moment, but then again, could we attract him?
Yeah, be very, very interesting to see. Humiliating tonight, wasn't it? Is it one of the worst performances you've seen as a Southampton fan?
I mean, that capitulation. I mean, within a minute they'd scored. And don't get me wrong, they have a lot of quality on the ball, and they possess some blistering fast players and who can turn you and do great things. But the capitulations, the amount of times I saw Harwood Bellis out of position, it is just ridiculous tonight.
Yeah, he had a tough night. Kyle Walker-Peters, a tough night for him as well. I don't think I've ever seen him play that bad.
No, I thought Manning has been our best player the last 4 games. I might get a bit of slate for that, but I think he's been fairly consistent.
Been good. I think he's been good. Yeah, I agree.
But I'm just really, really happy. I was going to come on here really angry because our manager's not been sacked yet, but we've just had the news that they've taken the decision straight away to sack him, which I think is the right one. Don't let us wait till the morning. Us fans have, travelled to go to the game on at 7 o'clock on a Sunday night, which is ridiculous personally anyway. And we've got the news we wanted. He's now been sacked. And that's the best thing we can ask for.
Yeah, Russell Martin sacked as we come to the end of our show today. Harrison, thank you, mate.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Mate, that's good. That was good.